Right, people, welcome to the New York Outlook of 18th of January 2023. Let's dive right into the charts. So this morning session was looking for some GJ buys actually, because I do like the price action on the higher time frames, but we talked about retracements. We got one opportunity right here on the 30-minute time frame, but it formed pretty ugly. So it broke the low immediately, moved up, boom, and then made this move down. So it's a little bit unfortunate it formed like that, because if it formed somewhere around here, trying to break above, then came down and broke its own low, that of the previous low, then we could continue down and then it would be a nice trade. But that didn't happen, unfortunately, so no trade morning for me. So let's remove those drawings. So let's do it actually like this, because these zones above are still valid. So this one isn't valid anymore, in my opinion, because it got broken, right? It looks like we are forming some type of support over here at the moment. So this is my level over here, but it's a little bit contradicting, as we could just move up from here and just test the high part of the range again. So let's put this out of the way. Or we could just break below on New York and boom, move down. So there are two scenarios from this area. That's why I don't post anything into this chart as buys or support formed. If I have one idea, let's do it like this. Two scenarios. Oh, Jesus. Two scenarios possible. One, support to form. Then you can take buys. I'm messing this up completely. I apologize for that, guys. Support to form, or two, sells below. But for sells below, I want to break and a retest. So there's two scenarios possible. One, support to form, somewhere around here. Prefer it to be on the 30-minute as well, or sells below if you get a break. And I prefer some scenario like this. So scenario one would look something like this, actually like what it's doing right now. Boom, maybe go here now with a bullish candle, make a wick down, boom, and then move, right? That's scenario one. Scenario two would be some consolidation right now, and then break below, retest this area, preferably all on 30-minute, and then continue its way down to fill this range and the fair value that's in here. So scenario one, boom. Scenario two, boom. And I do think that this is all that I have to say on GJ for now. If you look at the higher time frames of the daily, we wicked all the way up, tried to break above, didn't happen. We are retracing at the moment, so maybe we get a push in New York, because we had some positive news for the pound this morning, and negative news for the yen already, negative, stays the same, so no improvements. So that's why the pound could move that hard. On the 4-hour time frame, we have this wick down. You don't really see it because I've drawn something and it's trying to retrace at the moment, so that's looking bullish at the moment. The 1 hour is looking bullish as well. If this candle closes somewhere around here, would be like the confirmation for the support formed. If it closes below or just breaks this low and continues down, then scenario two will be in play. So I got actually two scenarios for you guys where you could take your plays off. So let's look on gold. Gold. All right, let's see what the levels are. Actually, the levels are still the same, so let's wait for a minute. The daily candle moved all the way down and actually did exactly as I expected in the London Outlook, or well, in the London stream, sorry. I talked about it on the stream, that I was expecting this wick to come down, right? It did, and then move up again, because there was no pressure at all to push down further. It were two weak bearish candles, so I expect this wick to come up again, flip bullish, and maybe continue. And we see that right now. It's only unfortunate, and also the 4-hour close pretty bullish as well. It's unfortunate we couldn't get into a buy trade this morning, but that's because the ranges were quite big in my opinion. And if you look at the 30-minute time frame as well, where should we get in? Like 8 o'clock is our time, right? So after 8 o'clock, so right here, I'm not getting into buys because the range is too small and we are high up in the range. And right here, We just had some rejection right here, and then tried to move up, didn't happen, and it was after my trading times without a bottom wick that we got our full move. So that's unfortunate that I didn't get an entry opportunity. Otherwise, I was into the buys. For now, the zones still apply. We have some zones over here as well. I will highlight them for a minute. Let's look on the 15 as well. They're a little bit the same, a little bit higher actually. So we have this zone over here, right? That says buys above. Now I could only use that as a support to form area. If we get a closure below on a 30-minute, I could look for sells as well. So we have two scenarios again. We have scenario 1 for the zone and then continue, or we have the break below and retest. But I'm heavy into buys, so this is scenario 1 actually for me. Scenario 2 would be like buys above. They are the safest because there's a level over here. I do notice that we have some clean range around here as well, but we have this level over here to the left that's still holding some weight. So scenario 2, boom, boom. Actually, let's draw it a little bit clearer. Let's do it this way. So we break above, boom, retest, boom, move. The retest could happen with a wick. The retest could happen like with a break, some weak candles, and then a bull candle like we did yesterday on GJ, something like that. Yeah. So scenario 1, support to form. Scenario 2, break above and move. That's it. That's all for the New York Outlook, guys. I hope you guys learned something and enjoyed it. And let's see if we can catch a nice trade this afternoon. You got both scenarios on gold right here. I'm into buys on gold, either support formed for continuation or break above and continuation to the upside. Then we have GJ. One more time. I have two scenarios possible at the area where it is right now, because it looks like there is some support formed right now. We have scenario 1 is like what's it doing right now, right? Boom, 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 boom. Moving up with a support form with the proper price action, then we'll be into longs. And scenario 2 is if we get a break, retest, and continuation. I will get in on the retest if it's possible, because it's counter trend. So yeah, actually bullish on both pairs. I do not like it a lot, but it is what it is. Thank you guys for listening again, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Ciao.